Hey viewers, this is Next. Today we're gonna show you, well, I'm gonna show you my Crusader build that I'm running with at the moment. It's pretty much an all cooldowns build. Bread and butter for this build is pretty much Judgment, Laws of Valor, Bombardment. If you cast this in that order, 1, 2, and 3, you will have a 100% chance to critical hit along with a 100% chance 100% increased critical hit damage, and it looks something like this. Judgment, Bombardment, and it usually does about 30 mil, but I recently changed my gear to these crappy crafted ones, hoping I would get something nice, but I ended up with crappy stuff. My blues actually had my damage to about, I think it was 560. But you know, I was trying to see if the increased damage against elites would do anything, but I think I lost too many stats switching over to this set, so not much we can do here. I'll try to fix it later on, but just wanted to show you the build. Along with the 3 important skills, we have Akarat's Champion with the rune that reduces the cooldown. There's a 50% chance to reduce the cooldown on other skills by 1 second. This is just a way to speed up the availability of bombardment again, and it seems to work okay. It's not great because it's only a 50% chance, so it works really well if you have a big pack of mobs and you can hit multiple ones with your slash crush, because it hits multiple targets, so it really helps there. But if you don't have a lot of monsters around you to use it, and then you're not gonna see much of a difference. And Iron Skin I use because when I get frozen, it gets me out of frozen, and I use the explosive skin just to do a little bit of damage, but you know, no big deal. You can use something else with it. I just mostly use it to get out of frozen areas, or when I'm getting beat on and I can't move out of the way. So I'll show you a couple of videos on how the build works, and you guys let me know if you've got something similar or got something better. So my passives are Heavenly Strength because I use a two-handed weapon. I increase my block chance by 15% using Holy Ground. Every time I block, I get heals, and of course Lord Commander to lower the bombardment skill down by 20 seconds. So you can see the skills again. My primary skill is Slash with Crush Rune because it increases your critical hit chance by 20% on this skill. So if you have like 20 or 30% critical hit chance, then you have a 50% chance or so to critically hit. Conviction uses Rally, which when active, there's a 50% chance you reduce the cooldown on your other skills by 1 second, so it helps bombardment come back up a little sooner. Judgment. Judgment is pretty much the bread and butter. I think all Crusaders should have this, whether you're soloing or partying. What it does is it immobilizes targets in an area, and any damage dealt to them has an 80% increased chance to be critically hit. So if you have 20% critical hit chance and you root them, you'll have a 100% chance to critically hit. That's a big bonus right now on this skill. Laws of Valor, I use it because when you activate it, has a critical rune that increases your critical hit damage by 100%. So if you have 300 critical hit damage, pop this, you'll have 400 critical hit damage. And then Bombardment, of course, I use the biggest one, the one that does the most damage. An area which is impactful bombardment, it's 3,320 weapon damage, 18 yard of the impact zone. Usually crits with my current gear about 27 to 30 million damage, which is great, but the cooldown really sucks on it. If it was 30%, that would be it. That would be like the skill to use no matter what. But I mean, it works.
Very
It
pretty
works.
view here. The scenery is
The
interesting.
next
in
one
these
is
parts.
Iron
The
Skin with
ground
Explosive Skin.
Are we going to do anything?
I just use this to get out of Frozen. When I get frozen over by frozen mobs. It's just a way to get out, run out if you're taking too much damage. Other than that, you can put any other skill you want in here. If you have no problems avoiding being frozen, you can use something else. Damned with Eternal Retaliation. You're in a group of mobs, you can pretty much just spam this. You're all dead. You can also use Heaven's Fury. Ascendancy is pretty good with it, or you can use Split Fury. It's totally up to you. About it. My passives are pretty simple. I use two-handed weapons on my main hand. I increase my block using this. On my block, I get heals. I lower the cooldown bombardment. So I'll show you what this build looks like. Find us an elite pack. Champ pack. Champ. Wow, usually they're right by the entrance. Here's one. Pop 1, 2, 3.
Like chaff
you
before
right
the
click
Look at
on
that thing over
Akarat,
there. Let's kill it.
and you just swing at stuff until the cooldowns come back. Right now I'm gonna get frozen, so I pop number 4. Yeah, they're frozen. Alright, that's how it works. Works really well. But you have those cooldowns you gotta work on. See, with Akarat I was able to get my bombardment back to ready in a lot less time.
I am returning to town.
That's how it is. You know, let me know. Like the video, share it, discuss it. You know, come back to me and tell me if there's any things you would change on it. I'd be happy to hear and compare notes. This has been Next, and I'll see you guys next time. Haha.